Hello world and welcome to We Build Wednesday. It's been another weird week. I did not stream on Saturdays or Sundays intended, and I do apologize. I did go to the Gundam Base mobile tour, and I picked up some good stuff, which I shall show eventually. But you're not here for that. You're here to watch me build the Master Gundam. G Gundam month, year, whatever continues.
Cadmium Lion 2. Yo yo yo.
Why am I hearing my own feedback here? Hang on. Okay. Also, hi Cadmium Lion, welcome to the show. Yes. So building the Master Gundam from G Gundam. The year of G Gundam continues, even though the 30th anniversary was last year, and this is Wing's anniversary. I don't care. I haven't seen Wing yet. I'm watching it. Well, starting next week actually. But anyway, that's beside the point. G Gundam is my Gundam of choice. So yeah. I said building the Master Gundam, and he comes with a horse too, Fuunsaiki. But yes, Master Gundam is Master Asia's Gundam fighter for the Gundam 13th Gundam fight, representing Neo Hong Kong, and yeah, doesn't look particularly Hong Kong. The Kowloon Gundam looks much more Hong Kong, but you know what you're gonna do. They haven't made a kid of the Kowloon, so. This is what he uses for most of the show, and it's what we're going to be building tonight. I'm not going to beat around the bush, just because it's, already 11 o'clock. I had technical difficulties getting started. I do apologize. Let's just get into it. And my camera could stop. Okay. Put my headphones away. Now, normally I would put my runners in the runner holder, but they've all got pretty much all got these large tabs on the bottom that mean they won't fit. They're just not able to balance. Well, of course that one balances, now that I've said that. Most of them will not. They're just in too awkward of positions to do so. I mean, I guess I could stand them vertically. That might actually work. I should have put a little bit more thought into effort into trying this. That's not that bad. So I can only work. It's gonna be spotty. Like whatever works one minute, work for the next, and so on and so forth. So anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this for this one. So back to the way they were. There's actually two runners I don't have here. They're for Fuunsaiki. They're in the box here. HA and HB for a horse. Which I'm 100% sure I will not be getting to Fuunsaiki tonight, so I'm not even going to bother. When I was looking through this kit before starting, I noticed that the manual is stapled together. It's not just a single sheet of paper that's folded over, and that's actually very nice. You don't see that anymore. Like, I think real grades maybe, but definitely not high grades. So that's neat. There's a couple pages of the Master Gundam build.
Cadmium Lion 2. Doesn't a horse control that Gundam?
The horse controls the horse. Very important distinction. So you said most of it is the Master Gundam, and then here's the instructions for Fuunsaiki at the end here.
King_X Geyser 99. Sup my guy.
Hi,
You
X
building
Geyser.
while we chilling.
That's the plan. Alright. So I do apologize for the inconsistent schedule. It's been, I don't know, it's summer. I'm busy doing shit, and just not streaming on time. Actually, I want to say Ranger Stop messed me up, but it's been not just Ranger Stop, so it's just been ever since. But ever since then, that was like the big one for when I just kind of got off track. But we're doing this now. So, Master Gundam. As always, the instructions want you to start with the head. I'm starting with the feet, and I'm probably going to make it up to the waist tonight before I conclude. But while I've got you here, let me showcase all the stuff I've built off camera the last few weeks. Because I got so behind. I'm like, I want to build, and I'm not having time to stream. So I sacrificed a couple of things during my backlog. I built them off camera. I built the not Strike Exceed. Strike. I can't. God, I'm tripping with the seed ones. This one. Strike, burning strike, strike justice. Strike Freedom. That's it. Strike Freedom Gundam. I built Strike Freedom. That's cool. It's got hip guns and guns. Like I said, started to like do some detailing on it. It stopped because I only had limited tools available to me. So I built Strike Freedom. Then I built from the build series Goof Crimson Custom, who I'm going to slightly tweak and repurpose as Char's Goof. But it's a Goof with a big old cannon. Well, it's a Goof Custom. What was missing there? I'll have to check on that. But yeah. So I built the Goof Crimson Custom from Build Fighters or Gundam Build Batlog series. My first Goof. And then I built the high grade G Quux. Really wanted to build this one on stream. I'm sorry, but I was putting it off so long and so much. I'm like, I'm just gonna do this. And yes, I've got the concealed head on. Actually, I put the bag of parts right here. Let's turn its head. I actually do want to show this off. G Quux has the powered up head, or the full Psychomu head. The head you probably recognize. It's got a little shield here. When I tell you this, the way this thing builds up is so weird. Befitting of a weird looking Gundam. And a weird timeline. Shield. Instead of a beam saber, it's got a gun. I actually don't think I've had it handled a gun yet. It's got a gun. And instead of a beam saber, it's got a heat tomahawk that it uses in like the first fight. It's got the core lander that attaches to its back and becomes the thrusters. And this has got a heat hawk. And instead of a beam saber, it's got these it's got these kind of weird beam saber things. You can pull the handles off its back. And they go like this. So it's got two of those that can hold. I'm not going to pull out the holding sword hands right now, but it goes like that. So that's G Quux. I started to paint a little bit of it, but I gave up. I'll get back to it eventually. I always say that. So that's what I've been up to. I haven't not built. I just haven't built on camera, and I do apologize. But it's been super slow at work, so I'm like, let me just build at work. And yeah, like I said, I knocked out these 3 kits. And also, when I was at the Gundam Base tour this past weekend.
Cadmium Lion 2. I felt if I said does a horse control that horse it would sound odd.
I know. The horse controls the horse Gundam. I know what you mean. So that's my 3 builds. And listen, when I was at the Gundam Base tour this past weekend, they had a free Gunpla building thing for taking a survey. And I built this tiny grandpa. It's not even 1/144 scale. Because here it is next to G Quux. These are all 1/144th. It should be the same size as the Goof, because that's Universal Century. It is not. It's, if I had to guess, 1/200th or something. I don't know. 1/175. I don't even know if they have a precise scale for it. But it's a small grandpa. Pretty good articulation. It was the free kit you could build at the event. after you're taking a survey, to say what non-Gunpla products basically have you heard of and would you buy? Because they were promoting like all their other stuff, Robot Damashi, Metal Build, Gundam Universe, all the action figure lines, Metal Robot Spirits, whatever, Soul of Chogokin a little bit. They're promoting all that stuff more heavily than Gunpla, which I'm gonna get it. If you want Gundam but you don't want to build the Gundam, that's there. Gundam is a brand, a toy brand.
King_X Geyser 99. Short review: how would you rate the Quoix on a scale of 1 to 10?
8. 7 because of the stickers. Fuck the stickers. Let me talk about this for a sec. So you can see kind of the red detailing on the leg here. There's a sticker on this circular part. That's fine. It's all well and good. That's one sticker that goes there. The stickers on these little bands, the red stickers here, are too big for the pieces, too wide. They don't really have a specific spot to go on, so you just kind of stick them wherever. And they're tiny and they look awful. You're better off masking that part and just trying to paint it by hand. Then this is also another sticker. Like, so this one at least fits right, but it still doesn't look great. But it's got a little bit of color separation. So I may get another sticker, another one to try again. So there's a couple of stickers like that don't really have a specific place to go, like this tiny yellow one on the hip armor. The larger yellow one is supposed to be a sticker, but I painted that in. Not painted on this side. The smaller yellow one I didn't even want to try. That's a sticker. It doesn't have a specific groove to slot into, and a lot of them are like that. The eyes, I never use the eye stickers. I always paint the eyes. So that's that. But the eye stickers were at least 2 separate stickers this time. That's an improvement. But as far as the build goes, I'd probably give it, like I said, 8 or 9. It's a unique build. Very and as far as articulation goes, it's very posable, very articulated. It's just, because of the weird shaping, it constructs weird. Color separation leaves not a lot to be desired. And the stickers are abysmal. So, that's my quick review of G-Quox. Look for a real grade in like 10 years. I don't know. They might fix that. Who knows? That's my conservative estimation of when we'll get a real grade of that thing. Excuse me. Alright, and Tiny Grandpa is tiny, well articulated, double knee joint, deep ankle bend. It's an all ball joint. The only thing is that the foot comes all the way up because it's just a single joint there. But for it's got a double ab, forward and back, bicep swivel, wrist swivel, 90-degree elbow, shoulders, upper shoulder rotation, ball joint head. The beam sabers do not come off. They're attached to the piece inside. Yeah, it's just one piece inside there. But they managed to do some color separation on the head, which is better than the high-grade the HGUC I've got. Color separated little V in the crotch. Again, better than some high grades. It was a snap off the runner kit, like the entry grades, the touch gates. They had nippers to use. You didn't need them, and you might have even had a better result without them. But yeah, just a little novelty. Meant to be your, it was meant for people who don't build Gundam, who wanted to try building a Gundam. And it was free. So, it was fun. Alright. I've rambled enough. Let's get back to the thing you're actually here to watch me build. Like I said, I'm going to start with the legs because I want to build up from the bottom. Where are my tools? I have to take my... I like to build up from the bottom rather than top down, just personal preference. But finishing with the head, it just makes sense. It's like Voltron told you, all form the head. Put this out. Let me get my entertainment going here. All right. And here's the overlap between the D runners. Show the top half. Okay. And then this goes in the toe like that. Okay. Or less backwards. 1689. Piece go. Where did that piece go? Damn it. Here it is. I gotta say, I'm definitely feeling the age difference between this and the kits I've been building recently. Like just like the bigger gates, the trickier nubs to clean. I've been spoiled by these very modern kits. I mean, this is from what, 2011? It's not even that old, but Bandai's improved in that time. Let's put that aside just to show this instruction later on.
King_X Geyser 99. Sorry if it a little bit quiet. Just monitoring a typhoon which is about to hit in.
Yikes. Stay safe, man. Like I said, it's totally fine. I'm watching stuff here myself, so like I said, I'm not very conversational. Like I said, it's all about. I totally expect this to be a second screen experience. Just kind of assuming the background music should be playing, but otherwise, just you look up and look down into whatever else you're doing. Just have me on in the background. I'm totally fine with that. You don't have to be constantly chit chatting with me. Like I said, I'm watching stuff here, so. But yeah, stay safe out there.
stream elements. King_Kyuga is now live. Streaming games and demos, we build Wednesday, HGFC Master Gundam and Fuunsaiki, Part 1.
I don't know why. I need to fix the thing where it says games and demos. I haven't done that. I think that's is that a Twitch thing? I don't know where that is coming from. I can't find that in my settings anywhere. Okay. Okay, we got an ankle. 10, 15, 16. See, 8, 9. Piece A.
Cadmium Lion 2. Oh wait, was there a glitch?
What do you mean? Is everything good?
Cadmium Lion 2. It said broadcast ended.
Must have been a hiccup. I didn't stop it. It's possible that my connection's cut out for a second. Oven.
Cadmium Lion 2. Dunno, oh well, I'm back.
Weird shit. But we're back now. We're so back. It's so over. We're so back. It's so over. I find it interesting the polycaps. They've kind of standardized the polycaps in different kits. I think like I've got a couple different polycaps types I can run through. But I think this exact same set of polycaps was in the goof I built last week. And they said it will presumably be in that goof as well. Though this will be the goof custom, Crimson custom. Because the goof custom is a different unit from the goof. It's an upgrade. Another polycap one.
Cadmium Lion 2. Working on O's at the moment.
Nice. So you might say it's coming up O's.
Cadmium Lion 2. And anything goes.
Nice. That's why don't we use a sticker in here somewhere? Maybe not. Maybe not.
Cadmium Lion 2. I think O's being primarily mattes and satin is going to help hide lots of my crimes and mistakes.
Crimes? That's dramatic. But I hope so.
Cadmium Lion 2. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna work just as hard to make everything look awesome.
There you go.
Cadmium Lion 2. I kind of want to take this to a convention. So that I know that Sarah Spaceman is going to be judging just to annoy her and the fact that I'm making my shoes. She hates when people makes shoes.
Shouldn't a cosplay judge be happy when people make their own shoes? That doesn't make sense. Like, holy shit, you've made your own shoes. I feel there's some cosplay drama I've missed out on.
Cadmium Lion 2. She's gone on very long rants about it being completely unnecessary. Cadmium Lion 2. And I think it's hilarious.
Weird. That is a strange hill to die on. It's like, it seems to me that a cosplay judge would be happy if people were able to even make their own shoes. Shoes are a bitch. Shoes are a bitch.
Cadmium Lion 2. I totally agree. It's a very strange hill to die on.
Listen, I don't know. I've heard the name, I feel like, but I don't really know anything about her.
Cadmium Lion 2. She's a Georgia cosplayer.
I said I think I've heard the name, but my knowledge is here. I don't follow competitive cosplay. I don't follow celebrity cosplay. I barely follow my own cosplay, if I'm being honest. It occurs to me that the current background doesn't makes the comments not show up very well. Can I adjust that?
General Mosquito Oil. General Mosquito Oil. Best viewers on streamboo.org. Remove the space at W3J4QWK1.
Piss off,
Best
bot.
viewers on streamboo.org. Remove the space at W3J4QWK1.
How do they keep finding me?
Cadmium Lion 2. Cadmium Lion 2. What the actual heck was that?
Spam
What
bot.
the actual heck was that?
And now I'm getting double of every comment. That's weird. Is it because I have the settings open? Yeah, just a spam bot. They're trying to... They I don't know if they've just find any stream that's been open for a certain amount of time, I guess. I don't know how they crawl, but excuse me. They crawl through Twitch, and they just spam. They offer to buy to purchase followers, basically, or viewers. I don't know. I mean, I assume it's a... I don't know. Maybe they will generally come watch you. I don't know. But I have no need to pay for followers or for viewers. I have no expectations of monetizing my...
Cadmium Lion 2. Ew, that's a nasty little thing that they've got.
It's like I blocked them plenty of times, but they just always come back with a different alias. I don't even know. So that's just no point. They'll say the thing once and then they'll piss off forever. So it's just annoying. Yeah, it's just because Twitch, you know, if you get a certain number of viewers, they monetize you. So some people buy viewers. And I'm just not, like I said, I have no interest in, I mean, I would love to be monetized, but I certainly do not have the following for that, and that's fine. I'm not in this for the money. I do have a tip jar on my Twitch if you'd like to donate a few bucks here or there. When I do game streams, I intend to set up a soundboard. Initially, probably to set it up for build streams as well, or a little soundboard to, you know, just do effects or create engagement. But for the time being, yeah, just if you want to tip me, just if you think I'm cool, it should be at the bottom. It should be on my Twitch page, twitch.tv/king_kuga. If not, you know, I'm not in this. Like I said, I'm not in this for the money. I'm just exercising my hobby on stream. I mean, I won't say it doesn't cost me money just because I have to pay for restream to stream on multiple platforms. But I'm okay with that. It'd be nice to have it subsidized, but I'm not begging here. I think this is the first time I've mentioned the tip jar in a long time. So yeah, that's how much I value it. But it's there if anyone wants to use it. So I am, what is this, 15 episodes into Rio Kendo now, and I still don't have a good feel for it. Like, it's essentially Kamen Rider. It's like a Kamen Rider of that era, very, very KR-esque, that era. But I don't know, somehow the tone, something about it just feels... I'm having a hard time engaging with it. It's just, I mean, it doesn't help that in this project I came directly off of Garo at Rio Kendo, which is aimed at a much younger, like, I feel it's aimed at a younger audience than anything else I've seen so far. But it's also much more toyetic.
Cadmium Lion 2. Does it feel too young?
Yes. exactly that. Like it's aimed at a younger. It feels like it's aimed at a younger demographic even than Rider and Sentai, which obviously you know this are aimed for kids, but it feels younger. The Takara shows seem to skew even younger than that. As I said, it doesn't help, again, that I came straight from Garo to this. So that's tonal whiplash. But I'm having a real time engaging with it. Real hard time engaging with it.
Cadmium Lion 2. I felt that from the bathroom Hinchin scene.
So the edgy anti-hero 6th Ranger character has just shown up. Episode 14, 15. And he's, you know, too cool for school. You know the type. But he'll get, you know, I'm sure he'll get better. But I'm just like, I don't care about yours. I don't know. I have a hard time caring for your struggles. The villains I have no... Villains don't feel threatening or interesting. Maybe another. There was one, like the last episode, or 2 episodes ago, I guess. 2. The
Cadmium Lion 2. Kaiza would like a word.
Yeah. Kaiza always wants a word. But anyway, this is just part of my project of going through all the Tokusatsu franchises in order. Like I said, I started with Kamen Rider first before I had really solidified my plan, just because I wanted to watch OG Kamen Rider. But I guess 1 episode a day on paper, but started with Kamen Rider, then went back to Ultra Q and Ultraman. They are both part of the Ultra series, but I consider them also the start of different. Each is the start of the Ultraman and Ultra Q sub franchises. So I wanted to watch them both because they're just very different from each other, and it didn't feel right to watch Q but not Man anyway. So I'd argue you can even make a case that Ultra 7 is kind of its own sub series as well, but that's another kettle of fish. I didn't watch Ultra 7. I need to, but anyway. Then I went to watch...
Cadmium Lion 2. Q?
Yeah, Ultra Q is like the Twilight Zone of Kaiju. Or the Outer Limits, or something of that nature. It was... Well, I don't think it was... I wouldn't say I don't think it was AG Superboy's first show, but it was the predecessor to Ultraman. Ultra Q is... It's wrong to call it a mystery, but it's just more. It's weirder. Like I said, it's Twilight Zone or the Outer Limits, as Tokusatsu. It's where some of the famous monsters come from. Or they were in that before they were in Ultraman. But like I said, just being a different type of show, it's still kind of its own thing within the Ultra franchise. How's this supposed to go? Oh, like that, okay. As Ultra Q kind of spawned a many. Obviously, Ultraman is the more successful, more famous portion of the Ultra series, but there's been a couple of subsequent Ultra Q series. There was Neo Ultra Q, and like I said, references in something else. So the Ultra Q is just more of a sci-fi. It's not a hero show. That's the bottom line. It's not a hero show. It's just more weird or mysterious stuff happening. You know, it's what's the strange occurrence of the week. I do recommend it. But anyway, I got off track there. So after Ultra Q and Ultraman, I watched Go Ranger. And then I considered more or less in chronological order. It was Kikaider, then a series called Red Baron, which is a giant robot show. Then after Red Baron, did I start Gavin? I believe so. Or I might have watched something in between. Let me pull up my list. Hang on.
Cadmium Lion 2. Do you know of anywhere that I can find Beat Fighter?
Yes. Okay, yeah. Ultra Q, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Kikaider, Red Baron, Go Ranger, Gavin, Gridman, Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, Grand Caesar, Garo. Saw the Cutie Honey live action movie. Only because I wouldn't have anywhere else to put it. Now I'm on Rio Kendo. Garo. I'm on Rio Kendo now. After this is Cutie Honey the Live. Like, it's technically not the first Cutie Honey series, but it's an excuse to watch it. Then I'm going to be watching Armor Hero, the first season of the hero Yoshihiko, and the Demon King's Castle, and then Dogengers. Wasn't there something else I added?
Cadmium Lion 2.
Oh, High School
Ever
Heroes.
since finding the original Mighty Morphin Japanese equivalent, aka Zoo Ranger, I've been itching to scratch that big, bad Beetleborgs OG.
Yeah, I've got it. It's on my Plex, and I can point you off stream. I can point you to where to acquire it. I do believe all of Metal
Cadmium
Heroes.
Lion 2. Yes, please and thank you.
All of Metal Heroes should be subbed, other than the Kabutek and Robotech are not fully subtitled, but all the main shows are fully subtitled, and looks like half of them are. A couple of them are now available on Blu-ray, so that's a bonus. Or sorry, DVD, whatever Discotech's doing, they're available on that format. I have a leg. It does a bend. Wee. Now, so I believe this is the same. Yeah, same internal as the Goof Custom, so they're compatible. Same length too. Nice. Maybe that's only on the arm. Anyway. Yeah, they got the universal, the polycaps. They may deteriorate over time, but the fact that they basically standardized them means there's easy compatibility between different come from entirely different series across many different years. Okay. Anyway, shoot me a DM, and I'll point you to just to remind me, and I'll send you my links to the fighter one for once I finish up here. So I'm gonna build the other leg now, and then the waist, and I'll call it out. After I build the waist, I'm gonna call out for the night. That's a good place to stop.
Cadmium Lion 2. Heck yeah, will do.
So just to continue my thoughts on Ryukin, like it does feel, was more young. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to make shows for kids, obviously. It's not what I expected. I feel like maybe I'd hyped it up too much in my head. I've been hearing about it for almost 20 years now, and people liked it. Maybe I would have liked it more when I was, 15, 16, and not almost 35. I'm gonna push through because I, want to watch first series in every Tokusatsu franchise, and this is one of them. If you're not familiar, I mean, it's a looser. It's not as much of a. What else? It's not a sequel to Ryukendo per se, but it's part of. It had a crossover with the Rescue Hero shows, Rescue Force and Rescue Fire, and so I see them as, I don't think I'm alone in this, but I believe they are considered a cumulative series, because they're all by Takara. I consider them a franchise. Certainly, it was enough to get me to watch this anyway. That's why it's on the list. As the point of this project is, watching the first entry in every Tokusatsu franchise, just to watch some stuff I haven't seen before, for the most part. Obviously, I've seen Garo before, I've seen Grand Caesar before. And I almost considered skipping Grand Caesar for that reason. It was like, first, every series is every series, and I appreciated the rewatch. Show kind of falls apart after the first quarter. I mean, not completely apart, but it just kind of loses its driving force, I feel like. But anyway, still worth rewatching. And Petrologia is a fantastic villain. And later anti-hero. But yeah, I'm happy to do this. I'll continue. Seeing a bunch of series I would have been saying I need to get around to forever. Just pacing it out like this, one episode a day keeps. I obviously not always. I'm behind right now. On Ryukendo by quite a bit because I've got sucked into Horizon Zero Dawn. So I've been playing a lot of that instead of watching doing my daily watch. But just the project overall has been fun, and it's again forcing me to watch these shows that have been on my to-do list for ages, and just setting a pace of an episode a day, even if I don't always meet it and have to do catch up later. It just helps me. The schedule helps tremendously for me. So if anybody wants to try something similar, definitely recommended. Did I use 7? 7, yeah. That's for the hip. I've thought a lot about what to do after this, because there's other marathons I want to do. I want to do the second series in every franchise, because I need to watch Ultra 7, Kamen Rider V3, Jaka, all that stuff. Let's see what the second series be. Ultra 7, V3, Kikaider. What's the sequel to Kikaider? Kikaider 0, Kikaider 1. Mach Baron. After Go Rangers, Jaka. Spaceship Sherivan. There's no sequel to Gridman. I guess the sequel to Gridman is the anime. I kind of threw it in there just because it's a franchise. I don't know. Again, some of these I threw on just because I wanted to see them, and I consider them in a gray area between franchise and standalone shows. Gridman's part of a franchise, even if the rest of the franchise is anime. Sailor Moon, of course, is a huge franchise, but most of it is anime or manga. But when else was I going to watch it? I've never seen Just a Riser in the Shosei series. I tried to watch it a couple times. I think I've got to 1 or 2 episodes and never continued. Gara, of course, I've seen Makai Senki. From Garo, I got all the way through, halfway through Goldstorm before I fell off of Garo. I really need to get back to that. Ryukendo, obviously, I started, so Ryukendo's second franchise entry would be Rescue Force, which I've seen a little bit of back when it was new. It didn't quite capture me. Armor Heroes, the Chinese one. I figure this is a Star Ray. Star Ray is the current one. I don't know this order of the Armor Hero shows. Zero Yoshihiko, Dogengers. Yeah. Stuff I need to watch. But so I've thought about doing the second season of every franchise. But I've also thought, there's a bunch of, standalone shows that I want to watch. Zubat. Akumizer 3. Just a whole bunch of them that I can't even think of at the moment. From the 70s, 80s, 90s. That I want to watch. Or I'm want to restart my daily Precure project that I started back in 2018 and just floundered on tremendously I tried to write a blog post for every episode, and that was too much. That's a whole other story. But I wanted to watch all of Precure. I know I've want to watch all of One Piece. I want to try that. Or rewatch my old favorites. I want to watch the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War, but I never finished the first series. So that it's been so long, I want to just kind of start over. If I did restart Bleach, I would skip the Bount arc, and probably some of the other filler arcs, because no one deserves to sit through that. But anyway, so I want to do that. I want to try One Piece. 1,000 episodes. That's a 3-4 year commitment at this point. At an episode a day. but I want to try it. Sailor Moon. I've only seen the first series in the live action, but the first season of the '90s anime. I've seen the first series of Crystal. That's like a couple of them, one or two of the movies. But I want to watch the whole thing. That's 240-ish episodes, so that would technically be less than a year. But I'm going to do that. It's just a whole bunch of ideas I have for daily projects, and I'm not sure where I want to go next. I can't do them all, but that's my conundrum. I've got more content than I know what to do with, than I have time to watch it. And I realize my mic is a little far away from me, so I hope that you caught all that. And I wasn't just rambling into the void. Rambling into the Wood would be a good name for a band, by the way. That's a freebie. Take that.
King_X_Geyser99. Did I miss something cause I was gone on stream?
I mean, I was just discussing... Well, to start with, I was discussing that I'm watching Rio Kendo right now and how it feels more childish than a lot of the other franchises I've seen, and that spiraled into discussing the overall project, which is my daily...
Cadmium Lion 2. Lots of those I have seen.
I was discussing my daily... The project is a part of my
Cadmium
daily
Lion
tokusatsu
2.
Binge.
Not one pace though.
Yeah. Listen, I'm currently watching the first series in every tokusatsu franchise. It started this January of 24. I'm currently working through Rio Kendo, which is the first series in the Takara Heroes franchise of Rio Kendo, Rescue Force, and Rescue Fire. And like I said, discussing how that felt a little childish, and just discussing what I want to do next. After I finish this binge, which, like I said, I've just got multiple ideas and I'm not sure where I want to go. Like I said, the second season of every franchise is the obvious one, but there's a lot of standalone shows I want to watch. Standalone tokusatsu that I've never seen. I want to do movies. I might do movies. Actually, now I think about it, some tokusatsu movies. I might just do all Godzilla movie binge or something like that. But that probably has to be a movie every day is a lot, so it'll probably have to be a weekend project. A movie every week. That's something in the middle. I don't know. Like Godzilla and Gamera and other kaiju. I might do that. I'll have to see what I got available. So that's a possibility. But I was saying, also I want to rewatch Bleach so I can watch Thousand Year Blood War because I never finished the first series. I never finished Full Metal Alchemist. I want to watch that. I finished the main series of Inuyasha, but I never finished Final Act. Need to see Final Act. Like I said, 2020 to 21, I rewatched Inuyasha. Finally finished the first series, the main series, the 2002 anime, the 2000 anime. And then watched the first episode of Final Act, and the pacing was so different, so fast. I was I got turned off. I just haven't watched it anymore since. So I still don't know how it ends. I assume they defeat Naraku, but anyway. But there's Bleach that I never finished. Naruto I never finished. One Piece I started the manga a long time in college. Didn't get very far, but I want to give that a fair shake because I never have. Just so much things I want to do, and not enough time in the day to do them. Sailor Moon, like I said, even Magical Doremi, I'd like to give a fair shake to. I've never seen it. The precursor to Precure. And Imaishi, not Imaishi, Umakoshi's. I don't think it was his first series, but like it was his breakout series. I need to watch the Brave series, all of those. I need to watch all of Transformers. I think that was my big one for next year. Is that I said I was going to do is Transformers. Actually, I was going to do that this year before I extended the Daily Tokusatsu project to have so much more content. But all of Transformers is a big one because I've seen more of Transformers than I have basically anything else I've listed other than Precure. But there's still stuff I haven't seen. I've never seen all of G1. I never finished Beast Machines. I've not seen much of any of the anime. When I was a teenager, I watched about half of Master Force, but didn't finish that. Never seen Headmasters or Victory. Have not seen the Beast Wars anime shows beyond like an episode or two each. Never finished RID/Car Robots. Never finished Energon. Never seen beyond a few episodes of Cybertron. Flash Galaxy Force. Only saw the first season of Animated. Finished Prime. Haven't seen Transformers Go. Robots in Disguise 2015. Cyberverse I didn't see. Need to watch the second season of Earthspark. Lots of stuff. That's not I'm rambling at this point, but at least I'm working here. So I'm just rattling off now at this point things that I want to see that I'd made a marathon maybe eventually someday. Precure would have worked if I hadn't decided to blog every episode. That's what killed me. Because I was like, blog every episode, and that turned into screenshots and lengthy reviews, and it just became a beast over my own creation. And I still haven't quite finished.
King_Xgeyser99. Try the Predator franchise, by the way, good sci-fi movie except 2018.
Actually, yes, I do need to do that before Badlands comes out. I owe it to myself because I've always been a fan. I've been a fan of the Alien series, and I saw Alien vs. Predator was actually my first introduction to both of those franchises when I was, 13, 12, whenever that came out. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And then I learned they were both part of established series. I've seen all the Alien movies, but not one Predator movie. Don't ask me how. So that's on my to-do
Cadmium
list.
Lion 2. I have seen the most of Energon.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to hear that. I got halfway to 2/3 through it before I fell off. I really lost the plot. I started watching it in English, then I started watching it in Japanese. Neither way did I finish it. I should finish Inuyasha first of all. I should do that because I've only got the last series to do. I just need to find the motivation. Like I said, the pacing was different, and they killed, spoilers, they killed Kagura in the first episode of Final Act, which just felt too sudden. Even if it is continuing a narrative, it just felt too soon for that to happen in the first episode of a new series. And in the dub, they had to recast Kagome because Monica Story retired, which is, who knew they were going to make a new series after 6 years? But it's sad. It's nothing against a new actress, but it's just different. And I was going back and forth between dub and sub because both casts are great, but that also didn't help. So it just looks at a Final Act was jarring when I tried to watch it. But I need to give that a finally finish that because Inuyasha was like my introduction to more mature anime, I guess I would say, Adult Swim type of stuff. I was like, holy shit, they've got boobs in this. That's literally because the first episode I saw was where Kikyo gets revived, and of course she's butt fucking naked. It's like, holy shit, they can show this on TV. Like they didn't. There's like totally they censored the hell out of it as low detail, but I was 13. It's like, holy shit, she's naked. They're allowed to show this, and then also the story was good too. But that was my introduction to stuff outside of Toonami, I guess I would say. Toonami or Digimon, yada yada.
Cadmium Lion 2. Oh my god, me too.
Which bit? Seeing that particular introduction to Inuyasha, the naked lady, the nudity. Gonna throw in here. Please contextualize any witty comments because the audio, I assume my stream is...
King_xgeyser99. Speaking of Brave series, who is your favorite mecha protagonist in the franchise?
I don't know. I didn't see enough. Like I said, I only watched the first 2 episodes of each series a couple years ago just to get generally acquainted with them.
Cadmium Lion 2. Inuyasha was like my first.
Yeah. So let me preface this real quick, guys. When you're replying to me, the stream is like
Cadmium
30
Lion
seconds
2.
or so
and also
behind.
My first cosplay.
The stream is about 30 seconds lag or more. So yeah, just contextualize whatever comments you make so I can, follow along, especially because I'm rambling right now. So just whatever you're responding to, clear, say, just put a little more context so I can, pivot back to that thought. But yeah, I only watched the first 2 to answer X-Kaiser's question. I only saw the first 2 episodes of each Brave series, and that was a couple years ago now, so I don't have a good answer to that. Let's see. The main kid in X-Kaiser, I guess, are you asking which Brave robot is my favorite, or which protagonist?
King_xgeyser99. Which robot, my bad?
No problem. It just occurred to me as I was starting to ramble what you said, which mecha protagonist was. Like, wanted to confirm you meant the robot. Okay, yeah. That's hard. Aesthetically, Goldran is peak, but I fucking hate the kids in that show, and I don't like the art style either. The kids were super annoying in that one, and that really turned me off with the series. So I feel like favorite, might have to go with Firebird. I think Firebird had the best vibes as a robot. Although not Jay Decker, Mike Gine Was pretty cool too. Jay Decker's also a pretty cool robot now I think about it. Like everyone loves Gao Gar. I also love Gao Gar. I fully understand why everyone loves Gao Gar. I don't feel like Gao Gar is my favorite, but it is definitely. My opinion's been tainted by the fact that I've been exposed to Gao Gar for 20 years, and the rest of them not nearly as much. Oh, I forgot to get the Polycap 11. So I'm going to go with Fibered. Great Fibered. Or not necessarily not Great Fibered, but Buso Gatai Fibered. Favorite robot for the time being. Like if as far as a mix of character and design. Purely aesthetics, I might go with Goldran because the gold is amazing, but again, the characters kill it, and not in the good way. Trying to think. X-Kaiser. I don't remember much about X-Kaiser. Just good guys all around. Nothing to write home about. Fibered. The android is Utaro is lovably naive, but he's brave. Fibered. Is Degarn the third one? Yeah, Degarn. I feel like I liked the characters, the humans in Degarn. I don't remember anything about the robot. Degarn as a robot has a really boring design. I don't remember anything about the character of Degarn or Degarn X. I only remember the humans being a little bit more, seeming a little bit older and more mature. And also the fact that the girl seemed to be on equal, the deuteragonist with the male lead, as opposed to lower in the hierarchy. I missed a piece. That's all I remember about Degarn. Looks like the design of Degarn, super boring. Just not visually inspiring at all. Might Gyn. Gyn's fun. Maito is fun. So Might Gyn, pretty great all around. I just don't know if I would call it my favorite. Jay Decker. The kid's a little shouty, but Deckard is great. So that's fine. Goldran, like I said, I don't remember the personality of the robot. I think it was just typical samurai cop dude. Having a dragon as one of the components is awesome. Being all gold is awesome, but the main kid is so annoying. And that really turned me off, like I said. Goldran. X-Kaiser, Fibered, Degarn, Jay Decker. No. Might Gyn, Jay Decker, Goldran. Okay, then is Dagwan. Dagwan's a Sentai. Let's be real. Dagwan is a Sentai. Much less of a Brave Robot series. Thought it was okay. Well, again, just the 2 episodes I saw a couple of years ago. That was okay. Um, interesting concept with the kids becoming the robots. The teenagers becoming like they're high school age, I think, aren't they? So they, don the power armor and they merge with the vehicles to become the robots. Um, as opposed to there being separate sentient robots. That's clever. A neat concept. Looks like it's just a Sentai. And then Gao Gaigar. Everyone loves Gao Gaigar. How can you not love Gao Gaigar? Guy is, he's great. Obviously, he shouts a lot. It's the genre, but it works for him. And just it's an iconic design. Like it's no small wonder that Gao Gaigar is the most famous Brave series, by a long shot. Most famous, most popular. It's earned that. Not even going to deny. Move these up a little bit. So right now, if it's not obvious, I'm just laying out the parts to show how they will be assembled for my photograph. Let's see, this one goes here. Yeah. Where did the leg go? There's the other leg. I feel like I could have done better with these nubs. This goes down. This goes there. Oh. I have to clean that up. I was like, why isn't that fitting? It's because I forgot to clean that nub. Okay. Okay, we've got another leg. 2 legs. Then we're going to build the waist, and that'll do it for the night. Six, 27, 30.
Cadmium Lion 2. I think I will do the same thing, lining the parts up with the pick when I go to make my RX-78.
I wasn't lining up with the picture per se, I was just basically just, you know, sort of showing the unassembled versus assembled, like how it breaks down. Like this is the picture I took. The assembled leg, next to the leg broken down. I mean, it looks good under the instructions too, but I've done it in the box like as well. Just it's whatever I have available. Not trying to tell you how to do your build. Never mind. I keep forgetting Ryu Kendo has an English dub, and that's set as default track on these subs.
Cadmium Lion 2. Oh, I like that.
I should try it, but I'm a coward. I think it stops after like episode 8 halfway through, and so I don't want to get used to the English voices and then switch back. Make sure I got all the bases I need. 27, 26, 31, 33, 30, 32, D15 and D25. Hip armor.
King_X Geyser99. Last question before I take my leave for a bit. If I'm coming back, do you have plans to watch the Alien Earth series?
Yes, although I keep forgetting it's happening, but yes. I'll watch anything Alien once at least. I'm happy to give it a shot. It's weird. I've heard like very little promotion for it. I think I saw like an ad when I was.
Hello, Concha. Sandru. What's up?
Hello. Who is this? Welcome to my show. I will be actually near the end, honestly, but feel free to stick around.
Sandru. How's your stream is going?
Pretty well. I've just been building this kit. I've got a leg and another leg. I'm about to build a waist. I'm going to call off for the night after that.
Sandru. Good to hear that. Heavy black heart.
So are you someone I know, or did you just find me on Twitch at random? I can't imagine there's too many people. Well, I don't know. Twitch is a big website. There's got to be a lot of people. Even at 1 a.m. there's probably a lot of people streaming. So I don't know. I don't recognize your username, but I don't usually get many random people. So I'm just curious.
Sendru. What are you make?
I'm making the Master Gundam from G Gundam. Pull up the instructions. Actually, we get up a picture. Here's how it would look when assembled. It's this guy.
Sendru. Alright.
He also comes with a horse.
Cadmium Lion 2. I feel like they might have found you randomly.
It seems that way, which is cool. I've had a couple people find me randomly. It's just very uncommon. Like I said, I'm not the most exciting thing on Twitch, even at 1 a.m. But happy to be found.
Cadmium Lion 2. Do you know anything about the O's gas upon swing metals?
Afraid not. What's a swing metal?
Cadmium Lion 2. I'm trying to find the Taka metal.
Might ask Christian Arena. He might know.
Cadmium Lion 2. I need it to complete my collection. Cadmium Lion 2. They are the 1-to-1 medals. I have all of them except that one.
I don't know, man. So roleplay stuff's not my expertise.
Cadmium Lion 2. And I hate they didn't even make all of them.
That sucks.
Cadmium Lion 2. No Kyujaku or Condor medals.
Did they just make Tatoba?
Cadmium Lion 2. Tatoba, La Torida, Segazu, Putatira, and Gatakariba.
Okay, that is weird. Everything. So no Shouta and no Tajador. That's weird.
Cadmium Lion 2. Enchida.
Oh, that is, so just no. Okay, that is weird. So everything but Kujaku and Condor. Damn, that's discrimination, man. You should sue.
Cadmium Lion 2. They did make shit of my bad.
That's good. Because Mazul was voiced by Yukanda, one of my favorite voice actresses. She was also the only one to not play the human form of her character. Human disguise of her character. Which is a shame. Because they had that kid instead. That kid's probably 30 now. Because that was 15 years ago. Fuck. I can't believe O's was that long ago. Feels like yesterday. Where the hell does the time go?
Cadmium Lion 2. Shouta. Cadmium Lion 2. LOL, the names for the combos sound so funny.
Yeah, I mean, the bot's not meant to... Yeah.
Cadmium Lion 2. I bet Lost Ankh is only about 20 or so. Cadmium Lion 2. They had a kid play the other half of Ankh's memories and he was a kid too, they called him Lost Ankh.
Yeah, I remember. I watched those. Lost Ankh was the really the vague, creepy one. But yeah, I watched those back in 2010 through 2011. 2 polycap 10s for the hip skirts.
Cadmium Lion 2. Or maybe the other metals developed conscientiousness.
Okay. And then this piece goes on top.
Cadmium Lion 2. 10 out of 10 would rewatch a 4th time.
4th? Jesus Christ. Okay. I've only seen it once, I have to admit. I don't often rewatch stuff. I just have too much stuff to watch. I should. I just don't. So that's what I do movie nights for. I guess it's partially to rewatch old favorites. Showcase old favorites. And there's also some new stuff on there. Like I said, right, this year's a year of 5s. We're getting next up. Our next show up is Gundam Wing, which I've not seen before. But it's 30 years old this year, so it fit the theme of. So that's a show from a year that ended in 5. And there we go. All right, that's the waist done. I could split that. I'm gonna wait to split the front skirts for now. But that's the waist piece done. And let me just assemble it all together. Oh, missed a piece here. D128. That's an important one. Totally forgot to clean that bit up.
Cadmium Lion 2. Alright, Emma, head out.
Give me 1 second. I just want to show off the whole thing here. Because I missed a spot there. Okay. And then. Alright. That is it for tonight. I'll do a quick size comparison. I didn't bring any of the G kits down with me, but here it is with the Goof Crimson Custom.
Cadmium Lion 2. Don't forget those links for Beat Fighter.
Thank you for reminding me. Teams message me on Facebook as well, because by the time I get upstairs, after I finish cleaning up, I might forget again. Here it is with G Quux. So it's gonna be taller than G Quux. Looks like. So
Cadmium Lion 2. Okay, I will wait.
About the same height as. So just message me on Facebook. You can do it right now, and I'll send them when I get upstairs, because it's going to take me, 10 minutes to clean up here after I end the stream. Anyway, like I said, let me take a picture of my legs here, and then I'll do my wrap up. Alright, this has been We Build Wednesday. This has been the Master Gundam. I'll be back. Hopefully, should be back on Saturday for a more or less regular schedule. No, this Saturday's not spoken for. Next Saturday is spoken for. So yeah, should be back this Saturday. Just for my regular, back on the regular watch party, or excuse me, build stream schedule. But there's a chance I won't be. Life happens. I don't know. I need to get like some kind of social account just to try to announce when I'll do streams. Otherwise, like I said, I'm going to try not to go. If I have to do another midweek, I'll do another midweek. But yeah, I'm going to try to pick this up again on Saturday and go back to my Saturday streams for build nights, not to go Saturdays. Until then, whenever I see you next, thank you very much for coming out and have a great night.